Welcome to our AI session. Today we're going to see how to analyze private financial data with Azure OpenAI. Let's set the stage with a persona and use case. Persona: you are a financial analyst in energy sector. Use case: you need to provide EV market analysis based on customer specific questions and your private proprietary data. Product: we're going to use Azure OpenAI. Reasons being: one, we need the ChatGPT libraries; two, we need a product that supports private proprietary data; and three, we need a comprehensive product which has all the tools to build, test, and deploy a solution. Data: we'll use mock data of EV markets for the last 3 years. A quick disclaimer: Azure OpenAI is currently only available on an approval basis. Let's look at the logical flow high level. As the Azure user, we will upload the files to Azure storage. We then need someone who can pick these files and translate it to a language which Azure OpenAI will understand. That's Azure Search. We will then use Azure OpenAI to connect to Azure Search, read the data, apply a model, and then provide the answers in ChatGPT style format. We will also use Azure OpenAI to build a web app, which we will provide to the user who will interactively test the model. That's about the full flow. Data formats and files types supported. The file types supported are text, MD, HTML, docs, PPT, and PDF. There is no support for CSV and Excel. No big deal. We're going to tap into .txt. Now let's look at the data. So here we are with the EV automakers data. On the left, we have the EV automaker data for 17 rows. Always good to start with a small subset. And on the right, we have the last 3 years of their market share. The numbers are not ordered in proper sequence. In the header, you would notice there are hyphens between each word. This way we can ask questions like, what was the 2022 market share of, let's say, BMW? Okay. Now that we understand the data, we need to convert it to text format. Before we do that, we need to do a minor transformation of attaching the column headers with each record. We can do that using colon concatenate over here with colon delimiter. However, you are free to use programming language or ETL ELT tool of your choice, or you can directly connect Azure Search to your database. Now that the data is ready, we can copy the data to text and upload it to Azure. To make things interesting, we also have the sales data for the last 3 years, which we'll upload as round 2. Now let's go to Azure. Here we are in Azure portal. To save some time, I've pre-created the resources, created the storage account, the AI search, the OpenAI resource. Now let's take a look at the data which I have uploaded. So here is the EV automakers data, the 17 records which we copied from Excel. Now let's go back to dashboard. Now that the data is available, let's go to OpenAI. We'll skip AI search and we'll let OpenAI connect it. Once we are in OpenAI dashboard, we need to go to Explore and Deploy and launch the OpenAI Studio. Once we are in the studio, we need to pick a model. We will do that using deployments. So I've pre-picked the GPT-3.5 library and also have set the rate limit. Once this is done, we can go to the chat playground. The chat playground will then be open for business. In order to add your private data, you need to go to add your data and we click on add a data source. Though the data is there on the drive, we now on the storage, we need to link it here. Over here we find 5 options: AI search, blob, Cosmos, URL, and upload file. We'll pick the blob storage. We now need to pick the storage account. We'll pick the storage account which has our files and the container EV market data. Now, the most important thing, we need to pick a AI search. So what it will do is it will connect the AI search to this container which resides in the storage account. And we need to create an index which gets saved in AI search. So this is how AI search is connected, will be connected. The next important thing is regarding the scheduler. We need to pick at least hourly or daily. We tend to pick once, but if we do that, it will not create a schedule. So let's pick daily, and we can always tweak the schedule. Let's leave the default and finish the wizard. The ingestion process will start. While that's happening, quick notes about the chat playground. So the playground is a temporary place. So tomorrow when you come in, you may not find your index here. However, the data is still there in Azure Search and the blob storage. So the a better option is to use deploy to and deploy it to a web app, or you can use Postman. We'll create the web app as well. The good thing is it supports the free plan. Okay, next important thing on the right side. In case if your conversations are not connected, you can change it to 1. So that way you're sending less information to the engine. Related with privacy, there is a whole article on how your data is protected. Now regarding the documents, in case if you upload CSV and Excel, it won't process those files. Now that the process is completed, it's ready to, we can ask some interesting questions. Let's start with Tesla market share in 2022. So here we see the answer coming from, basically it says according to the retrieved document. That means it is looking at our private data and it is giving us information from it saying Tesla's market share in 2022 is projected to be 64.80, and it is also provided a reference which when we can click and we can dig into it if we need more info. Let's ask some comparison question. Compare Tesla market share with BMW for 2023. So it has provided us the its analysis. Tesla projects market share for 2023 is 55.65, while BMW's is 3.85, and also it has provided conclusions saying Tesla's market share is expected to be significantly higher. That's cool. Now let's ask a complex question, something which a customer might ask. Compared to 2022, which company is the fastest growing automaker in 2023? Let's see if it can give us an answer. Awesome. So it has predicted that Rivian is the projected to be the fastest growing automaker in 2023, which is rightly so. We can ask a different type of question, that is, give me the top 10 automakers in 2022. Over here, we see that it is given a list, answer in form of list, which is cool as well. Awesome. So similarly, we are free to ask any questions and we'll be surprised to see the answers. Now let's go back to portal and upload the sales data and also create the web app. I'll pause for now. We are back to Azure portal. I've uploaded the profit and sales mock data for the last 3 years. Once we do that, we need to go back to AI search and we need to go to indexers. Since we created a schedule, it has added these two entries, one for OpenAI and one for AI search. We need to rerun it. We can force to run it by clicking the run button. It wouldn't, based on the data over here, it shouldn't take more than 20 seconds. Okay, awesome. So the first one is done. Let's go to the chunk and run this guy as well. This is completed too. Now that the data is ready and this with OpenAI, let's go to the web app which has been created and ask questions related with the sales. Tesla sales for 2023. Awesome. So now instead of showing the just the market share, it is now showing us the sales. Now, in case if we want to know the full information, we can say profile of Tesla for 2023. Awesome. So it has provided us the market share, it has provided us the sales info, and it has provided us the references to both the documents. Awesome. Similarly, we can add more data points, for example, risk related, news related, and we can get a full recommendation engine if needed. Well, that brings us towards the end of today's session on Azure OpenAI. Wishing you all the best on your GenAI journey. Thank you for your time for today and have a good one.